It is a hard truth that many families around Maine and the country have been feeling the pressure of a slumping economy.
Yeah, now a new report is putting some stark numbers on just how bad things have been for the past 5 years. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, from 2007 to 2011, the median household income in Maine dropped. Families were at $50,000 a year, down to $46,000, a $4,000 drop.
At the same time, the number of people unemployed in Maine surged by nearly 18,000 people, while the number of people living in poverty jumped almost 18%.
Now, food stamp use, that jumped as well, up 42%. With numbers like that, it's easy to understand why so many people are struggling, lacking confidence, and not spending like they used to.
Our Brad Rogers joins us now with how the slumping economy is making it tougher for some small businesses to survive.
Number 6.
It's been voted Maine's best hot dog 2 years in a row.
Number 10, Chicago Dog Combo.
But for Chicago Dogs owner Joe Palmieri, the cost of buying those juicy hot dogs keeps going up, along with everything else.
Everything is going up, everything.
Including the 3-gallon containers of soy oil he uses to make his French fries.
When I bought the place 4.5 years ago, those were $11. Today they're cheap, they're $26. Potatoes were $9 a bag. Today I got a special, they were $21 a bag. My hot dogs are up $10 a case.
Restaurants aren't the only ones affected by higher costs. Maine families are also feeling the pinch from higher prices at the pump, the grocery store, everywhere. That means they have less money in their pockets for things like, well, going out to eat.
All right.
Cash flow wasn't an issue 3 years ago. It's an issue today.
Palmieri says there's no way he can raise prices and expect to keep his loyal customers.
We just have to, cut back in other areas. For example, I have 4 job openings right now. We're going to fill 1.
As for customers here, they understand costs have gone up, but believe the good restaurants will be fine.
It's very difficult, especially for the independents. The chains have the national backing, and the independents have to find ways to do it on their own.
For the restaurants, the strong survive. If they give good food and good service and stuff like that, they'll be all right, I think.
Palmieri says even the big chain restaurants are struggling. In July, Outback Steakhouse closed.
So when you see chains like that begin to say that's enough, it makes you wonder.
Number 11, large cheesesteak.
Higher food costs, higher gas prices, and more Mainers making less money. It all adds up to tough times for restaurants. And Joe Palmieri says for restaurants like his to make it, he's going to have to get creative. In Scarborough, Brad Rogers, News 13.
Not everyone is struggling. The Census Bureau says the gap between rich and poor is the biggest it's been in 40 years. Only Americans in the top 20% tax bracket saw their incomes grow in 2011.
Well, concerns about the economy certainly don't stop once you get into your car.
Yeah, and it's not just the high gas prices. Anyone using the Turnpike is going to pay more to use the state's busiest highway, and that includes people using Easy Pass.
Yeah, our Steve Roldan joins us now live with a breakdown on the changes that you can expect. And Steve, exactly when do these toll rates go up again?
We're told right now those tolls, higher tolls will go into effect on November 1st. So everyone's going to be paying higher tolls, including drivers who are part of the Easy Pass commuter program, which is going away. Now, the Maine Turnpike authorities transitioning from the commuter program to a volume-based discount program. Under the commuter program, drivers paid a flat fee 4 times a year to go from a specific point to another one. The new program drops those discounts. Now, under the volume-based program, every Easy Pass driver will get a 10% discount if they travel 30 trips or more in 1 month. If you travel 40 trips or more, you get a 20% discount. 70 trips or more, it's a 50% discount. Turnpike officials say they've kept the price of the commuter program artificially low for years, while tolls for everyone else have gone up.
I was a little upset because I live in Windham and I have an option of Gray or Falmouth, but in the winter you have to go to Gray, and Gray went up a lot. Falmouth went down a little bit.
If we heard one thing in all of the public hearings that we conducted this past summer, it was, gee whiz, get as close to some sense of equity as you can. Get us to a point where the rate per mile is roughly the same for all users, and then give us discounts from that. And that's basically where we're headed.
Now, Turnpike officials tell us about 2,000 of their customers will be highly impacted by these discount changes. And we're also told once again that those changes, those higher tolls, go into effect on November 1st. That's the latest live here in Falmouth. Steve Roldan, News 13. Back to you guys.
It's coming right up, Steve. All right, thanks very much.
School departments across the state are looking for ways to save money, and Scarborough is no exception.
Yeah, the Scarborough School Department is considering right now laying off janitors and outsourcing its custodial work to a private cleaning company as a way to clean up the bottom line. News 13's Kate Barker joins us live from Scarborough with that story. Kate.
Kim and Greg, it is controversial. The Scarborough School Department would save a significant amount of money by outsourcing custodial jobs to a private company. But the school union here says it will work very hard to make sure that does not happen. We talked to Scarborough taxpayers today to see what they think about this idea.
Anything to save money is a good idea. That's what I think.
The Scarborough School Department is looking to tighten the budget.
They can't keep going the way they are now.
One option is to hire a private cleaning company to replace its custodians. That means 32 custodian jobs at the school department would be eliminated.
I'm usually not a favor of outsourcing stuff. I usually believe that it's better if it's done internally.
Custodians in Scarborough make, on average, more than $14 per hour plus benefits. The union says a private company would pay much less than that and offer no benefits. But the school department could save up to $350,000 per year.
So I think they have to. I think we all have to. I think even you or me, our budgets at home, we only have so much to spend, so we have to be very careful about how we spend our money.
While many of the taxpayers we spoke with say they're in favor of this idea, there are others who worry about the safety of new private cleaning crews having access to the schools. Bonnie Brown is a retired teacher and taxpayer.
I would have felt strange about it because in today's world, as you know, so much you have to question, really, and especially when it's children in your care.
The school district says the private employees would go through background checks and fingerprinting. Besides the fear of new people in the schools, Bonnie Brown fears the quality of the work would suffer.
Just think that, you know, there are so many times you need a janitor to come into your room personally for different reasons, and they wouldn't be available. They would only be available at certain times during the day. So I think that could be a problem.
The union and school administration are set to take up this issue at a meeting sometime before the end of the month.
And if we can get a good product and do what we have to do for less money, I think that is the way to go.
School officials did not want to go on camera today because they are still at the bargaining table with the school union. Now, this is not a new idea. Several other districts have made this switch in order to save some money. We're reporting live in Scarborough tonight. I'm Kate Barker. Kim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Kate. Mainers, and all Americans, in fact, are catching more seafood. That's according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We wanted to find out what this means for fishermen in Maine. Our Beth Jones breaks down the numbers of this record catch.
It's called the Fisheries of the United States Report. It's an annual snapshot done by NOAA of key fishery statistics from across the U.S. Now, this year's report shows that commercial fishermen set a 17-year record high in both the size and the dollar value of their catches. And the report also shows that all regions of the country, including here in Maine, showed increases in both those areas. The report says commercial fishermen brought in a record 10.1 billion pounds of fish and shellfish in 2011, an overall catch worth $5.3 billion. The data shows Portland fishermen hauled in 23 million pounds more in 2011 than they did in 2010, which netted an additional $9 million. Now, some local distributors who didn't want to talk on camera say the report data is driven more by out-of-state markets and doesn't mean much locally. But one distributor we spoke to says the numbers are a good sign for the industry here and nationwide.
If I was sitting here and reading reports of a 10% decrease in landings of fishery stocks, I'd be pretty scared about investing for the future. When I look at industry stats about an increase and a continuing increase in landings, that gets someone like me and our company very excited, wants to make me invest for the future because I see potential growth.
Locally, this year's lobster haul is slated to break records. It could total out to more than 100 million pounds of lobster. Of course, the industry is still waiting for one final boost to the season, and that's, of course, leaf peepers coming to the area to enjoy the scenery and foliage. So who knows, we could be seeing even higher numbers in next year's report. In Portland, Beth Jones, News 13.
Reddy also says that even though value went down locally after this year's bumper lobster crop slammed the market unexpectedly, he thinks the market will be more prepared if a similar situation hits next season. That means they'll have more buyers ready to go, and lobster prices may not see the drop they did this year.
Well, police in Boothbay Harbor are trying to figure out who pulled off a smash-and-grab robbery at a jewelry store. Police say somebody broke the front window of the Goldsmith Gallery and stole a large amount of jewelry there. The burglary happened early yesterday morning between 2:30 and 2:48 a.m. This is on Commercial Street there. It's unclear if there are any suspects and what the value of the stolen jewelry is at this time.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charlie DePresti.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. A simply gorgeous day today. Highs are in the lower to mid 60s, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. There's a front to our east and sort of a unique weather pattern here where that front's going to try to back in on us, bringing a few increasing late day clouds. I still think we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow, but if you're watching us from the mid-coast and Penobscot Bay points east, those areas will see more clouds with the greatest risk for a shower. So again, a lot of sunshine tomorrow with a lot of clouds tomorrow night. There's a chance for a shower tomorrow night. Now Saturday, those clouds will be slow to break up. The best portion of Saturday should be the afternoon. Showers early Sunday. The best portion of Sunday will be the afternoon with high temps around 70 degrees. So yes, it will warm up a little bit this weekend. I think upper 60s and lower 70s. There's that front I was telling you about to our east. Of course, we had clear skies today. This is our Raymond Skycam time lapse. A nice deep blue sky. There's Mount Washington. The temperatures up on Mount Washington have been in the 30s. That up at the observatory over the last 24 and 48 hours. They actually had a little icing occurring up there yesterday. Satellite radar wider view showing that front rather nicely to our east. That's the sunshine that will be returning. So we'll need the sunshine tomorrow. We'll need the sunglasses. But it's this front that's actually going to try to back in on us tomorrow. The front over my shoulder, that one will be arriving on Sunday morning. That will bring with it the chance for a shower. So it is a little bit of a tricky forecast this weekend. There will be a few showers from time to time, but there'll be a lot of dry hours as well. It wouldn't change any outdoor plans. 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. It's a cool start to the day. Temps running the 30s, inland 40s here at the coastline. Again, lots of sun early in the day. Remember that front I was telling you about sort of backing in? I expect sun to increase in clouds, but a lot of sunshine still for a good chunk of the area. 3:30 in the afternoon, 60s for most towns. We'll have a wind off the ocean, upper 60s to near 70 inland. Again, I'm watching those showers. Greatest chance for a shower tomorrow will be late tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. This is actually 7 o'clock on Saturday. A little bit of sunshine making an appearance over western areas. Now, I think these showers are going to move out, and the clouds, they will be slow to break up. It may take until midday on Saturday to see the sun, but skies should become at least partly sunny. High temps that day should be in the upper 60s to possibly around 70 degrees. Eventually, a cold front moves through. That will clean us out, and the time frame for that will be Sunday morning. Sunday morning, a few showers and then clearing by afternoon. So Monday looks okay with a nice clearing trend that day. Temps will be a little bit cooler as we head into early next week, or at least for overnight lows, I should say. High temps will be closer to 70 degrees early next week. Another chance for showers on Wednesday. So again, it is a little bit of a tricky forecast this weekend. A few showers very early in the morning Saturday and a few showers very early in the morning on Sunday. Other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. So outdoor plans, I think they're a go.
First official weekend of fall, I guess, right?
That's right. Fall begins this weekend, Saturday. Autumn equinox.
Keep those 70s coming.
That's it. For as long as we can.
Thank you, Charlie.